Harvey Weinstein is behind bars, and some people are asking, was justice served?
That's right, Weinstein was acquitted on 2 charges, and some say that result wasn't fair. NAZ Today's Aaron Vitito spoke with a local expert about what this verdict means for survivors in the case.
Daisy Ornelas of the law firm Antol & Sherman, herself a sexual assault survivor, says a lot of questions are being raised about this verdict, but no one's talking about the people whose opinions really matter, the victims.
One thing I don't like that the media does is, because this is a public matter, they go ahead and they pick and choose quotes that these women have said, and they kind of build their own narrative from it.
From a legal perspective, Ornelas says this coverage may have made its way to the jury itself, possibly influencing the verdict.
The media sometimes does like to paint their own version of the truth to get more viewers into it. So I do believe that they could have been a really huge influence, especially in now the entire world's going to know who you are.
This leaves the question many are asking, was justice served?
I really feel like that's a question for these women, and that's a question that's not being asked to them. Every one survivor is unique. They have their own healing process they need to go through, whether that's coming forward or not, whether that's seeking help or not, seeking support from family members or not. In any which case, it varies per person what justice looks like to them.
And she says putting words in the victims' mouths is a trend of powerlessness that started when the case began. One of the biggest issues, she says, was a debate over whether or not the victims were telling the truth.
Survivors aren't trying to capitalize on their story. It is the hardest thing to tell someone. As a survivor of sexual child abuse myself, it was hard to even tell one person. It was hard to say it out loud to myself or even think it.
She says the focus on Weinstein only makes things worse.
When you read the tabloids, it says Harvey Weinstein. Where are their names? They're buried in that story. And it's taken away from their voice. It's given it to him. It's given all that power back to him.
Between the coverage of the trial and the results, Ornelas says this trend is damaging to survivors.
They feel like they're losing. Survivors feel like they're losing every day.
Aaron Vitito, NAZ Today.